Okay, there we go. Good morning, beloveds. I am having one of those mornings. I got the camera set up, did everything, put the title in, and then hit the big red X, or big white X. And I was like, and then I was why isn't it going live? Well, because I told it not to. So then I had to redo it. So yeah, but I had kind of a rough night last night. Fortunately, today is a day off. And if you've never heard of the spoon theory, Google the spoon theory, because I am straight up out of spoons today. Fortunately, there are a number of things that I wanted to do today, of which I've looked at my spoon drawer and went, I have no spoons for this. The one thing that I have to do today is write my Christmas Eve talk. So I'm going to take a cat day, cuddle with the cats, and write my Christmas Eve talk. But we have a poem today. So this should be very interesting. It is December 16th. I'm sorry. I brought my water with me today. It is December 16th. Our title is The Ever-Present Now, and our author is Helen Van Slyke, and this is from Religious Science Monthly from January of 1928. All right. The light in here is just a little dim today, or at least it feels like it to me. All right. The Ever-Present Now. I am a child upon the highway, and my back is towards the past. I'm alive in the glowing present, and no shadow is o'er me cast. For at high noon there is no shadow, or if one there seems to be, I am between the sun and the shadow, and the sun sees only me. I am not looking towards the future, for I am traveling with the sun, and I know that what comes tomorrow will be what today is done. And I know if a word must be spoken, the idea in mind was born, and now is the living present, my lips shall give it form. Substance is ever present. Each day the manna fell. Gold was found in the fish's mouth. God is, and all is well. Love that would find expression is a magnet in itself, drawing ever the object upon which to lavish love's wealth. And so I live in the present, and the light is on my brow, for I travel always with the sun in the ever-present now. I love poetry. I probably will love that one, but I'm going to have to go back and read that one again. Probably several times. But Eckhart Tolle talks about living in the now. Ernest Holmes talks about living in the now. New Thought talks about living in the now. I believe it's Sun Tzu that said that anxiety is living in the future and depression is living in the past. And the reality is all we have is now. What happens in the future is predicated on the now. It's like what we do now affects the future. And to some degree, what we do now could affect the past. We were talking about that last night in the Philosophy Friday group, and how we can take a look at our past, and we can, we can change our perspective on the past and go a long way to healing the past when we do that. It's like, I can't necessarily go back and change what happened in the past, but I can go back and look at what happened in the past with compassion, with love, with kindness. I can go back and to all of those non-preferred experiences that little girl had and say, those people didn't understand what they were doing. You didn't deserve that. And love you. I love you now, and I honor you now, and I honor what you did to get through what you did to become the woman that I am now. And then I can make choices now that kind of stuff doesn't keep happening, but all I can do is now. And it is in now that we can affect the future. But if we live too far into the future, that is absolutely what can create anxiety. If we're constantly worried about things that may not ever happen, then we're not living in the now. It's like, yeah, make plans for the future. Lay out plans for the future, but don't live there. Because you miss what's happening now. You miss the people that are around you now that may not be there in the future. It is the way of the world, because what happens in the future, we don't really have any control over. We do have some say over. And as our author yesterday, I think it was Mildred Mann, said, we are co-creators. We get to create our future, but the only time we can do that is now. We've got to create now. We've got to be creative now. And then the future will take care of itself. Let's see. I'm not looking towards the future, for I'm traveling with the sun. And I know that what seems tomorrow will be today when today is done. We only live in the now. And I know if a word must be spoken, and she capitalizes word, and then she capitalizes mind. The idea in mind was born, and that now is the living present. My lips shall give it form. She's reminding us that we have the power to speak our future into the form that we want it to be. Substance is ever present, and each day the manna fell. Gold was found in the fish's mouth. God is, and all is well. Okay, I understand the manna fell, but the gold found in the fish's mouth, she's referencing something I'm not familiar with. I do like the line, the love that would find expression is a magnet in and of itself, drawing ever the object upon which to lavish love's well. And so it's a reminder of, because mostly she's talking about the present. Mostly she's talking about, live now, whatever it is that you're going to do, and speak now, speak your word now to create your world around you. And then she's reminding us that love is a magnet. If you want love, be love. If you want love, give love. The more loving you are, the more you will attract loving people to you. But you don't give love in order to receive love. Because when you do that, then the kind of people that you attract, not the kind of people that you want. So you want to give love for love's sake, and you will attract loving people around you. And so I live in the present, and the light is on my brow, for I travel always with the sun in the ever-present now. I don't even know how to give you a mission out of that. And I don't really have a lot of commentary about it, because, it's a poem, and sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't, and today is just one of those days. I commend you the poem. I commend you the idea of living in the ever-present now. And that is the mission. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to live now, to speak our word now, to lavish love now. As I say, don't save the good stuff, because all we have is now. We don't know what the future holds, and why not live now? Go out and I made a comment about not having a whole lot of spoons in my drawer today. And that's okay, because the only thing that I need to get done is to write that Christmas Eve. So my now can be rest, and rest is a very important activity. And people forget that. So when I'm living my present today, my present is to rest. And that is what I'm going to do now. And I'm not going to beat myself up for not having the spoons to do whatever else it is that, this 24/7 grind, I'm not going to do it 7 days a week. I'm not going to do it 365. I just don't have that kind of energy, nor do I want to do that. I want to take a Saturday and rest and spend time with my fur babies and watch goofy movies. And, when Tom gets home, then he and I will watch goofy movies together and go from there. So, yeah. So that's the mission today, to live in the now. And make of it what you will. Just because you are living in the now, that's the point I want to make, is that just because you're living in the now doesn't mean you have to be working. Resting is valid. Rest when you need to. Rest when you can. So you don't have to be working all the time. That's even on the seventh day, God rested. So remember that. Okay. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is the mission of self-care. It is the spiritual practice of self-care, which is what I was just talking about, right? Rest. Which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. And recognizing that rest is extraordinarily important is part of that. To know that, and there went my brain. When I get off my script, I go all kinds of weird places. Sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself is to rest. And that is what self-care is. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you are constantly pouring out your cup and not giving it a chance to refill, you wonder why, your work isn't as good as you think it should be. Well, you need to rest. I am a big believer in practicing the pause. I'm a big believer in practicing the turning it off, turning it back on again. One of the things that I love about Saturdays is I'll take a nap. Sometimes I'll take several naps, because I'll just fall asleep and wake up, fall asleep, wake up, because it's what I need. And I have that day where I have no responsibilities. When I was in ministerial school, I heard Saturday called Sacred Saturday. That ministers will deliberately not schedule things on Saturday because they're going to work tomorrow, and Sunday is their most important work day, even, which I say that. And then it's like all the other days that they do other kinds of ministerial work. It's not that they're not, important. It's just, we're known for Sundays. It's literally our job to be on Sundays. So, take a break, take a nap, take a walk, take a deep breath before you speak. I say holiday season, but I'm just going to remind you straight up that, oh my goodness. What am I going to remind you straight up? I don't know. Yes, I do. Sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself and others is to say no. Especially if it is to something that is draining for you. Say no. And to remember that no is a complete sentence. It's also helpful to occasionally, sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself is to say yes. Especially if it's something that pushes you a little out of your comfort zone. I'm just completely throwing my script. So eat dessert first. You know my opinion on chocolate. I love that chocolate is the first step to fixing anything. So take, but it is what she was what Helen Van Slyke was talking about. Don't save the good stuff. Don't save it for a special occasion. Your life is a special occasion. None of us know how long we've got. So do it now. Do it now. Wear the fancy clothes, eat the fancy food, do all that. Go ahead and do it. Don't wait for a special occasion. Make the occasion special. All right. Go out of your way to make the ordinary extraordinary a little more often. And joy. Joy is a quality of God. Therefore, joy is a quality of you. I want to remind you of that. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you deserve joy. So please make room for joy. Waking up from a nap is a joyful experience for me. So therefore, all right. One of the best things about naps is I'll go to sleep with one cat and wake up with like 2 or 3 more. Joy. All right. The rest of the suggestions are the basic, easy ones. Do something to engage your mind in your body every day. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. Your brain works better. Your body works better. Your skin looks better when you're well hydrated. I will appeal to anything to get you to drink more water. Okay? Get that early in your day bright light. Between 7 and 9 in the morning, the sunlight hits the earth at a particular angle that is particularly good for your vitamin D level. It was 54 degrees when we got to the park this morning, but the sun was out. There were very few clouds. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I got plenty of sun first thing, bright on my face. Am I still going to take a nap? Oh, heck yeah, because it was a busy week. But I did get that early in my day bright light. It helps to support your natural circadian rhythm, which is a natural hormone balance. You will have more energy during the day. You will sleep better at night. Try it. You might like it. All right. And then the last of the suggestions is my Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. Because it's a state of mind. Okay? It is a state of mind. When we can open up our eyes and our mind and our heart and look around and see that it is all God. That's where we start. It's all God. It's all made from God. Every living being is that spark of God walking around. It's all God. So, we want to take a look at that and let the world rock us back on our heels occasionally. And one of the ways that we can one of the easiest ways to create that heavenly mindset is to look for the good and praise it, which is Emma Curtis Hopkins. Okay. The teacher of teachers. She says, look for the good and praise it. And I like to look for all the little things that add up to the big things, like the sunbeam that's on my floor right now that hasn't sprouted a cat yet, but will, because they'll come in and they'll find it and they'll lay in that sunbeam. And there's something special about cats and sunshine. So, yep, here it comes. And she stopped in the sunbeam. I love it. Hi, Rita. How are you? That's what I mean by heaven. When you can stop and appreciate a sunbeam or the cardinal. It was really kind of funny because I made that comment in the park. It's like, okay, well, I need a break. And then what did Tom see? A cardinal. So we stopped and, it took me a minute to find the cardinal. And then when I did, I was like, oh yeah. So that's the way God works. That's my idea of heaven on earth. When I say I need a break and then suddenly there's a cardinal. All right, beloveds. I think I am slightly discombobulated today, but that's okay. I'm going to rest. It's going to be good. I'm at the social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I commend them to you. There are hours of content on the YouTube. We try and put up light, bright, funny, uplifting, helpful, enlightening stuff on the socials. So check them out. If you want to know what's going on with the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on our constant contact. And the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or to the person that can help you get it. All right. I think I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a restful day, a nap day, a catter day, a spend some time in the sunbeam day, a bundle up if you're going out there day, a take care of yourself day, a live in the now day, a recognizing the ever present day, a looking around at the good day, or a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You're a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. You do teach people about the God of your understanding through your words and action. And I would say that you are a divine spark. You are a brilliant light. You are a spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right? Explore the truth of your being. Peel back the labels of everything that you have been told. All of the labels and the boxes and the stereotypes and the archetypes and the gender normatives and the cultural and spiritual, societal, religion. Peel all of that away and get to know who God knows you to be. Okay? Because the person that God knows you to be is good and pretty cool. So, all right, take care of yourself. I'm going to remind you, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. We're going to do the Beatitudes tomorrow, so I'm kind of excited about that. Need to make sure I leave myself plenty of time because it's nice and long. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.